They're all losers.
You're sick fucks!
Recording? No. Yeah, you are. Pancakes! Nasty face.
Oh god. Take a bite of me, mon, Billy! Take a bite of me, mon!
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the BDT2 podcast. The last podcast of Season 2. I'm joined with...
Dan. Say something! I'm waiting for Billy!
Jesus, I gotta cut part of that quietness off now.
Obviously the other person's Billy and I fucking hate tech support, okay?
Yes, Artie has been having trouble with tech support lately, apparently with Blizzard and Microsoft.
Stop outsourcing.
Do note, I'm not trying to outsource or copyright or anything of that sort right now. If anything,
So
we're just ranting.
Who wants to hear about my ordeal with Blizzard and Microsoft?
Go ahead, I guess.
Go for it. Enlighten us. So, obviously,
we
have a rapist in Billy is sending me shut the fuck up. Billy's sending me the folder for ImageLine FL Studio because I tried to install it last night and it turned my entire computer Russian.
Wow.
Apparently it wanted vodka and morphine and shit like that. And all my alt codes turned into Russian characters on WoW and on Vent. So I contact Blizzard through game and I'm like, hey, look, my alt codes aren't working. My computer is Russian and it's only on WoW and Vent. So like, can you help me? So the bitch Ashley tells me, fuck. She tells me,
fuck.
Okay, you gotta delete some of your folders. Maybe that'll fix it. If it doesn't fix it, call tech support. Lo and behold, it didn't fix it. So I go post on the forums. I'm like, hey, can you fix my issue? And on the forums they go by their stupid character names, and the guy's name was like Lock Ladar. And he's like, go delete those folders. Go into regional settings on your control panel. Do this. See if you have the wrong setting here. Try restarting your computer. Is your keyboard plugged in? So I say, you know what? Wow. You haven't replied to me for 3 hours. I'm just gonna call Blizzard. So I call Blizzard and I get this guy named Eric, and he's like, I don't know if we support alt codes or not. I'm like, bullshit. My character's name has an alt code E in it. You support them. My character's name has one. And he's like, oh, I can't help you very much. Let's try doing this. And he has me delete the folders again. So, you know what I say? I say, okay, you fixed it for me. Thank you. Goodbye. You know what? He didn't fix it for me, and I system restored my computer. And that fixed it for me.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling BDTTube's tech support. How can I help you?
And then Microsoft, I've had an ongoing issue for 2 years with, because apparently my Windows Live ID is banned, so I can't recover my gamer tag on anyone's console.
Are you having trouble with your ass?
Why is it banned? The gamer tag isn't. Just the Windows Live ID is, and they're giving me troubles. They're like, well, if you want to switch your Windows Live ID, go post on the Microsoft forums. You know what? That topic has been there for 19 months almost.
I am sorry, sir. I cannot help you. I cannot help you right now.
Apparently, Xbox tech support can't change your Windows Live ID for you.
How
you have to do that through Microsoft. Okay. And Xbox is good tech support, but Microsoft just sucks.
I am sorry, we are trying to improve our tech support. Thank you for calling BDTTube's tech support. Thank you and come again, and have a nice day.
And then Blizzard implemented a new feature in the WoW, and I fucked the feature up. I'm like, hey, I upgraded the wrong item. Can I get my points back for it?
Hey guys,
and the girl's like, no, we just added it, but we can't fix it for you.
And this is what I call, you fucked it up. Good job, Mo.
Yeah. And all I have to say, if you are tech support for a program, you better know what the fuck you're doing.
Otherwise you sound like me and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Thank you, come again.
Thank you, come again.
Hello, this is Dr. Okay, so that sucks
That's
already.
my tech support rant.
That sucks already. Alright, so we're here to talk about Season 3. Is it happening or is it not? Well, it is, and I'm not sure what's going to happen in my case scenario at the moment, which is why I'm preparing a lot of shit now. But, it's more than likely I might not go away. I might stay here, and I might just be working 8 to 9 months, and just be here more often, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's still undetermined even to right now, but there's a chance that I could go back part-time if I don't get all my classes straightened out, or I could go back for part-time just to improve my GPA. I don't know. Something could happen down the road. But let's not talk about my college background. Let's talk about Season 3 in general. So, I've already updated the logo. I've already updated the watermark. Now I need you guys to update the intro theme and the outro theme. The discretion theme is staying, surprisingly. I don't know why, but I still love it, thanks to Billy.
Well, if this zip file goes to MediaFire, then we can work on it.
Good.
Exactly.
And this time around, I actually went and talked to Billy about updating the actual logo and watermark and stuff like that with a little touch of Photoshop. Now, Billy, you don't have to go bedazzle on it. You just don't go crazy with it. Just
go bejeweled on it, not bedazzled.
Just bejeweled. Time up. Anyways.
By the way, the file was uploaded to MediaFire.
Good.
How big is it?
Didn't he say it was like huge?
It's like 140 megabytes now.
Okay, that's not bad.
So the idea is, I just want Billy just to buff it. Just add a nice shiny buff to the logo. And
give it muscles.
Yeah. Basically make it beefy.
Make it beefy.
Change it from Jet Li to Hulk Hogan.
Lol.
Okay.
There's one thing I do want to keep in mind with Billy. If you do Photoshop it, try to keep the background color the same. Because
the background color doesn't have to change.
Alright, good, because what I'll do is I'll put that into, Vegas, and then when I do my little chroma keyer, it'll actually look great. So,
make it shiny.
Make it shiny.
Shiny.
Like a shiny Pokemon.
That's a little too shiny.
Yeah, a little too shiny. Okay, so next thing we need to talk about would be the overall theme for Season 3. Like I said, I was talking Artie and Dan about this earlier. Season 1's theme was literally just completely random. There was no structure. This was like, wait what, but without the wait what, if that made sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Pretty much.
Season 2, we added a little bit more wait what flavor to it, but like I was telling Dan and Artie earlier, there was like a clusterfuck layer on my editing part. Like, literally, I went through 3 different editing styles just for this season alone.
Yeah, it was Moonmaker, and Vegas, and then Vegas.
Yeah. So, that's going to be completely cut out, because if, for some reason, like I said earlier, I go away, we need to have everything Vegas-styled. So, this new season is going to be all Vegas. I am going to be changing the way it looks a little bit. The intro and outro won't look like the way they've been for the previous 2 seasons, because that effect was in Movie Maker, so I'm actually disregarding that effect for Season 3. On top of that,
like a comic book style effect.
I could, because there is a newsprint effect on there, so I actually could change it up. And actually, I just was experimenting a new look to it too. There's this thing called min-max effect, which I just learned. And I was just screwing around with it yesterday because I'm starting to work on the Suicide Wing Challenge video, which is going to be great. Suicide?
That was hell. It was fucking hell.
So much hell.
Oh, Billy, you actually had one.
Yeah, Artie, if we do this again, you're having a lot of them because you missed out. So, forewarn Artie. But, yeah, there's a lot of ways I could look at this on how we're going to really do Season 3's intro and outro, but it's definitely not going to be the same. At least look-wise. I'm probably going to keep the same kind of text style on the bottom with the line, because I kind of made that its own thing, sort of, with Season 2, so I think I'll keep that. Obviously, Season 3 intro and outro will have, obviously, clips from 1 and 2. Not just 2 or not just 1 like I did with Season 2, obviously. But, you know, just some new adaptations, obviously. The transition effect will change, too. So, Dan, don't get too comfortable with the transition, what you're doing for behind the scenes. That was just something to...
I know, it was like a test, but whatever new one is, I'll use it.
That was just something I had to use to finish the season off. That was a substitution because I didn't have the same effect that I did with Movie Maker. So it was just a substitution. If anything, it'll probably be just an easy transition. Nothing more, nothing less. Unless, I don't know, maybe I'll just go wait what route and just have it just jump cut every time we end the intro, start the video, you know, start the outro, end the video, something like that. Another thing to keep in mind, I'm not changing the channel background or anything like that, the channel hub. The channel hub is going to stay the same. The only thing I require from you guys to do is update your icons, because I do have the images on our directory, BDT directory, Google Drive, which you can easily check out. It's not hard to log in, which I've already told you the password and everything, so it's very similar to our BDT Deviant's password. Go on there, grab the image. It's already in its width by length size. Just add your own custom image to it, so that way when you re-upload it through Drive, I'll take it, re-edit the channel hub clip thing, and it'll look better. Because right now those icons are just temporary. Because I didn't have the motivation to design your own icons. I can't design everything all the fucking time. Just saying. You gotta put some effort into your icons too, not just me. With the exception of Dan, obviously. Sorry, Dan.
Well, I mean, I could try.
No.
Try. That's it. Try.
So.
I could not go with paint, though. So.
Which I know you're struggling with still, but at some point you'll get the hang of it.
I hope so.
Yeah, maybe so.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe so.
So that way, when I do leave or something happens, because I know probably if it's not the beginning of this year, it's definitely going to be the end of next year when I go away. That way, when Billy takes over, because he'll be out of high school and he'll be going to college, so things should be a little easier on his end to begin with.
There's no more school stuff.
Yeah, you'll be able to edit. You'll be able to edit just like me. Then it won't be too hard. It won't be too tedious.
Yeah,
Well, did I hear somebody whistle?
No.
I heard something in the background. It sounded like a whistle.
I could whistle for you. Anyways, but it wasn't me.
But I was telling Billy, me and Billy can go back and forth with the editing. Take turns.
Which is fine, because, you know, at some point, like I said, I'll have everything detailed on how I actually produce it. That way I can show you guys how to do it properly. And like I said, all the images will be on Google Drive. So I'm actually making this a lot easier for everyone to manage with, so it's not so difficult for everyone else to deal with. Besides Season 3 updating, the podcast itself will still continue in Season 3. I don't know how often. And I'm going to be updating its look as well. So that way it matches Season 3's episode style, at least. And that's all I have to say for Season 3 at the moment, because until we actually decide what we're going to theme it with, let's at least just try to get the music down, the way it's going to look, and just be prepared for when we actually do Season 3. I don't know when Season 3 is going to start, actually. It'll probably be our first season that'll be delayed. Season 2 actually started off the same time Season 1 did, so that was great. Season 3, I don't know if it's going to start on time this time around, so maybe a February release this time around. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Season 2. Just an overview of Season 2. What do you guys think? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Was there things that we could have improved? Was there things that, didn't suck and that were awesome that we should keep in Season 3? I know we're bringing back Season 1 references for Season 3. Start talking away. I'm getting tired of talking.
I honestly like Season 2 better than 1 based on the setup. But as far as
structure.
Yeah, more structure, definitely. But as far as the number of episodes is, like, we could try and amp that up, but like it's all.
You also gotta think they were longer.
Well, yeah, they were longer as well. It's just visitation issues as well, so.
Yeah, that's the one thing we gotta realize, guys. We had to compensate something different from Season 1 and 2. Season 2 compensated more time, which made us do longer episodes. Longer episodes. But on top of that, we had to cut back because time restraint. There were a lot of personal issues that happened this year, God forbid.
Yeah.
Which hopefully won't happen next year. And I think that's the real difference between Season 1 and 2 was... Yeah, I think Season 2 had a little bit more content than Season 1. I'm not going to lie. Because of its longer length. However, we need to decide what we're going to do with Season 3. Are we going to keep that 20-minute pattern? Or do we want to reduce it back down to whatever the fuck time we want and make as many episodes as we possibly can in Season 3? I don't know. You guys need to decide what we want to do structure-wise for this season.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if we were to actually come back in time to do how long we want it, we could do 4 episodes. We could do maybe up like 25.
If we cut it down, I say somewhere between 12:50 and 15.
I agree with Artie on that one. That's actually a solid time right there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Season 2 is all in 20 minutes. Some we up to 25 minutes. So.
Yeah, it's not a bad time, but yeah. Unless we actually know what to do for the episode, we shouldn't make it as, like, super, super long.
Yeah.
It's true. Because there were times where it was just like,
How many times did that pattern happen? That happened in episode 2. That happened in episode 11, I think, a little bit.
And then Dan fapping in the background of every video.
It kind of happened in episode 13 when I was just mostly recording the road, which I apologize.
And 12 yeah, cut a lot too, because the randomization.
12 I cut a lot. 12 and 13 had a lot of jump cuts.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, season 12, I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
There had to be some cuts, obviously, because of a certain person in that video for 12 didn't want to be shown. I had to work with my boundaries of cutting a lot. So hopefully... Go on, what were you going to say?
I was saying, well, I did like how you put the old Great Wall clips in there for Joseph at the end. So it said, fuck, filming.
That's another thing that was teased about the Wait What clips. Don't get me wrong, I actually love putting clips of those kind of things into the episodes. The issue with that is I still have to put them through Movie Maker just for them to work in Vegas because
like that ABI codec is so old, so if Vegas can work with that, it was converted. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, if we had maybe an older Vegas program, it would probably work. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. I just think maybe the codec for the actual video was fucked up, but I can't tell. Okay, so we obviously talked about structure and content. What were the things... Alright, what were the favorite things you loved about Season 2? And what were the things you hated about Season 2? Let's get that out there.
Well, I will say one thing. The Admiral Saga, I love. Alright? I love the Admiral Saga.
I was like in between with it.
You're welcome, Admiral.
Anyway. I was definitely in between with the whole Admiral segment. It was like it was funny, but there was times where it was like overboard.
There was a time where it got overboard, like especially before, where we just kept mocking his voice like crazy. Adam Ward.
I don't know what it was, but that episode, I kept having fuel I just had so much fuel just behind that voice at that time. It was just...
Them feels.
It was just...
everywhere.
It was just... I don't know what it was. It just... That voice just kept coming in my head every time we were doing that episode. When we got to episode... When we got to episode 5, I was a little disappointed.
But I was kind of because I had love over to Billy that should have been made.
I honestly don't remember.
No, because you kept saying Rickroll, and you kept saying vote out your
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This is true.
14.
That's probably my fault for watching Duke Nukem Forever videos.
Yeah.
It was at the time when Duke Nukem came out, but still. And then when we got to episode 6, I actually tried something new, where I did it previously on BT Deviants, which was interesting. Then I also came up with its own discretion. Yeah, I don't know. The Adma Saga was good. I kind of wish I did a little bit better with the editing, because this was at the time when we got to 6, and we got all the way up to probably 9, there was some sort of video lag or video shakiness, or I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. It didn't seem proper when I was starting to edit it, because I think at the time where I was trying to do both, it wasn't working well. So those 3 episodes, I think they had very odd video quality going on. Once I got to 10, I figured out how to do it better, but
well, yeah, I figured, because like we're doing it, moving it first, and then putting it to base the watermark thing. So that's maybe why that happened.
But anyways, the Adma Saga was good. I just wish I had a better time with editing, and I think if I had the voice perfectly on episode 4 like I do now, it would have been... I wish I kind of cut back a little bit on it, though, but at least I got the voice down as time went on. Let's see. So, you guys like the Adma Saga. Was there anything else you liked? And let's start talking about some hate. What do we really hate? Besides Billy.
Oh, let's see. I hated the suicide wins. They tasted really fucking hot, and I wanted to kill myself. Anyway.
But that wasn't an episode. That was just something we decided to do as a add-on. That was like
it was still on the channel, anyway.
I think that was like a DLC to BDT, finally. But anyways.
It's DLC.
It's probably...
Let's see. The thing I hated the most was Dan. No.
No.
It's probably... I actually don't know, to be honest. I think... Like... I really don't know. I guess the only thing I really disliked was, I honestly don't know. I don't remember which episode it was, but there was one where there was too many clips being used.
Oh.
That was just my opinion. I think it was like episode 16 or something. Not 16, 6. I'm in 6.
Maybe episode 3. Because there were a lot of clips being used in that episode.
Because, like, I think we overdid it with the clips in one episode.
I think I was trying to compensate for the darkness that was going on in the episode, because the other half of that episode was just too dark.
Too dark.
It was. We didn't have a lot of light back then.
Because we all put the on demon, Billy got majorly infected. We had to kill him behind the scenes at a 10, if I remember correctly. Because we had to continue, because now he died.
And note to self, bring flashlight with camera.
Next time.
Okay, so obviously Billy established something. Dan, was there anything you hated?
Gotta think. To be honest, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know. But I loved the episode, but I didn't really like how I had I didn't mind continuing it behind the scenes, but I would rather have the whole thing in that one episode. But being that, Barry died, it wasn't his fault that that happened. So that's the only thing that's the only thing about it. Other than that, I was fine.
Okay, Artie, was there anything you hated?
I really don't know off the top of my head.
Alright. The reason why I ask these kind of questions, because in order for us to improve, we gotta find out what to improve on, other than obviously adding more shit to the episodes. That's why I asked, like, was there anything that really bothered you, what really you hated the most that wish would never come back in the next season? I think everything turned out well. I just wish I didn't have so many editing styles going on at the time. I wish I had only one to stick with. And like I said, I know Season 3 is going to be like an open book like it was with Season 1, where we're going to be referencing everything up the ass, but, you know, this was also a test season for us to actually just start monetizing. Like, once we have all these episodes done, I'm going to start looking back at them and see which ones we're going to start monetizing, because I know Season 3 will probably use more referencing and more copyright stuff out the ass than ever before. So I know that season we're not going to be monetizing, but at least try something, you know. I think we'll do that. Maybe the podcast, I don't know. If I stop using copyright music, we'll just probably do those as monetizations for Season 3. Use the podcast to just really generally talk about episodes or something. We need to make it a little bit more useful, obviously. But I think we'll make this podcast go to 40 minutes because it's already 25 minutes now.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot. We still got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to address, too. Like, as far as leaving content out or adding in more content, I think we should hold off on the whole Adma segment, like just in general until...
I think that's dumb.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, if it's going to be referenced, I don't think it should be referenced until Reception 2, due to the concept that we have.
Yeah, I don't want to use Adma really much next season. I kind of did a little bit of him towards 14-15, but that's about it. And it wasn't much. I think it was really, relatively short, right, Dan?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't much Adma at all. It was a little voice here and there, that's it.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to start talking about. How the hell are we going to tackle Reception 2? Because due to personal things that happened around Dan's day, Deviant Dan Day, that project was pushed back, and we pushed it back to...
on my birthday, but things happened, we couldn't record it. So.
We pushed it back to almost basically unknown. Like, we don't know when we're going to actually do this and when we're going to start it. And it all depends if I go away or not. If I don't go away, we're probably going to start it sometime in January, February, as we're doing, like, the next episode, like, the first episode of Season 3, at least. That I want to at least try to start, you know. I kind of wanted to start with the fall theme, but it's obviously going to start with the winter theme instead. So
yeah, just like Reception 1. So.
Which is still fun. I mean, we can work around it. One could just say months later and it's snowing outside and stuff like that. Plus, on top of that, I actually want to make this a lot better than Reception 1, because now I took an actually Comm 101 class. I actually got a really good understanding on how to really, you know, do a lot of this awesome stuff with recording, you know, panning and cutting properly. I've actually got better learning out of it. So it's interesting. Even colors bring out some interesting facts with videos. So, but yes, Reception 2 we definitely got to work on and make it a hell of a lot better than Reception 1. I've always had this idea of just going back and just redo Reception 1 through Vegas. I don't know. I mean...
Well, it's the same clip, but just, you know...
Yeah, Vegas size it. If that's a word.
Vegas size.
But yeah, I don't know when we're really going to start it. Like I said, it all depends on me if I go away or not. Like, everything is on hold until I know my situation.
Well, yeah, the way I see it, like, all things that are made, like movies, for instance, they don't, like, yeah, sometimes some of the greatest movies, like, only take months to actually finalize and complete, but, like, all things come with... Yeah, like, I'm basically saying that, and, like, all things, like, if it's gonna come out good, it comes at a slow pace.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I want.
Even if we don't start this project until, like, October of next year, I think, like, the ideas that build up in our heads and that are saved and written down or just typed up or anything like that, like the landscapes and everything that are
that are thought up and saved, I think all that building up is going to make for a great project. So
Well,
even if it doesn't start till next year, we still have something really good to build on.
well, it's really cool.
Really on that.
What's really cool about my comm class, this is why I'm saying this is actually useful that I've actually went and did this class. My professor actually had me download this program just to actually get this out there, called Celtics. It's essentially a program that allows you to write scripts, like actual scripts that you would if you would do a movie, like actual screenplay scripts, which is pretty cool.
Oh, very nice.
And I can actually organize it. So we actually have a program that can actually help us organize this new project. So that's a pretty good idea. I think I've sorted it out. It's free to download. So if I'm not starting the script yet, you guys should probably start downloading it. Start with your own idea and then throw it out there. And then if we all like it, then we'll add it to the main script and start building it. Because, like I said, time is starting to get short on our ends. When we gotta start at least coming up with solid ideas of when to start it and how we're going to do it. That's the way that's the best I could tell you right now at the moment. Same thing with season 3. So what else should we talk about? Well, let's get back to season 2 because I like to talk about season 2. Like, I feel like this is great that season 2 is pretty much done. Not in a bad way, but just that we've done so much this 1 year, and it's hard to believe it's already been gone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, where the hell did time go, you know?
And I'm still thinking back season 1 stuff still, and it's just like, wait, it's 2012, and it's the end of 2012. Where the hell did season 2 go?
I know, right from 2013. Holy shit.
So, alright, so we're also going to do a lot less referencing on Adma in particular. That's obviously we all agreed on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you want to bring back from season 1, if anything? Let's bring that out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I want to bring back Daniel Rigby.
Daniel Rigby.
Well, yeah, definitely, that reference.
Yeah.
I really want to refrain from bringing back the whole troll thing.
Yeah.
That's never coming back.
Trolling is out of the question.
It's just like Adma.
It lasted a little while, but at the same time, it does get irritating.
It was funny at first. Go off like
what I do want to do though, I kind of want to replace it with another reference.
Oh God.
No, it's not something like bad. Okay. Like, I want to replace it with like. I want to replace it with like just like maybe not necessarily big memeing because just no, but I want to replace it with like these weird Slender Man references.
Oh God.
Oh God.
It would just make for small hilarity. Because there's a lot of people who I've talked to who are legitimately scared of Slender Man, and it's kind of funny because it's obviously urban and was made from an online base, so that just makes it more funny.
I have an idea.
Trolling.
No, but I have an idea how to improve.
But trolling's not scary.
All right, I have an idea how to improve Billy's idea, or Billy's reference in this case. What you do, Billy, is find a Slenderman doll, and each episode we put him somewhere awkwardly. You happen to look at it. It jump cuts to looking at where he's sitting. Jump comes back to you, and then you just jump back into the conversation like, "Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that doll?" And then we're like, "What are you talking about, Billy? There's no doll in this fucking video."
Slenderman doll.
Like, I could see that actually being funnier than the trolling. That actually I like.
What just happened, guys? Did you see that?
Oh, Billy.
Yeah.
Also, we got, well, there's other things we'll do, but we also got
best friends.
We gotta put our heads together and see if we can remember some old Wait What jokes too.
The end.
What else? Let's see. I don't know what I want to bring back. I mean, I could bring back Face or No or I don't know.
Oh, cop.
Oh, cop.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
But I don't know. I mean, I'll think about it. Like I said, I'll look at season 1 and just see what I can remember and see if I want to bring anything back. I don't know if we're going to bring back, like, I know Billy's got this whole 7 thing going on, but then he's also got this 89 thing going on, so...
89.7? What?
89.7? That's a new one.
Or is it 789?
LLLLLLP
Oh, God.
plus 89 plus 7 equals Dan.
Plus.
Equals Elder Ordinary.
What else?
Slenderman at Target. What?
Are you on YouTube?
No, I'm on Target.
Alright. Yeah, let's not know. Alright, so obviously we talked about some stuff coming back from Season 1. What else should we talk about Season 2? His content, anything. Alright, so we basically covered everything we possibly can. Not really final thoughts, but is there anything that we can at least improve upon, other than content, other than referencing, what do you want to add in Season 3? Like, let's say, for instance, we were starting a new series. Alright, let's rewind the clocks back. Let's say we were starting a new series and everything. What would your expectation be for a season that you have no idea what's going to happen? What would you want to add to that kind of season?
Well, definitely new jokes here and there. New bits, maybe.
We should add like a filler thing halfway through.
A filler.
Like, just like how in animes they have, like, filler episodes?
No.
No, what do you mean?
It happens in anime, it happens in regular shows, where, like, just halfway through, just something completely random, but it's structured, like how Pokemon had Who's That Pokemon?
Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
And, what was it? the cartoon way back when Animaniacs had that thing in the middle.
Yeah,
All I remember is lights and old people. But something like that.
I kind of got an idea.
So, in other words, kind of like Dan's life.
That could work. A day in the life of Dan.
No, speaking of Dan.
A day in the life of Dan.
No,
I threw a fish in myself.
No. I actually had an idea about Dan, actually, while you guys were saying it. The filler would be called Fun Fact About Dan.
It's gonna be a fun fact about Dan.
Fun fact about Dan. He rapes his fish.
And enjoys it.
And the one way we can go about these fillers, whether or not are these real facts or are these facts that are false?
Quote.
I mean, obviously not stupid, other than, you know, what Billy just said, raping fish. No. We gotta get clever. So, if we do that kind of idea, we gotta get clever with it.
And it works. Thank you, Billy.
No problem.
Huzzah! We can make music.
We get facts of the day. Fact of the day sound good.
You know, I think that would be a good idea.
But not just, you know, we have to go on.
Of course not. Just the
No,
first,
it has to be
one.
just Dan.
Has to be just Dan.
Dan is like the center.
Dan, you're like the icon of us. Not making fun of you, but just the idea of making ideas off of you.
Oh,
But just really think about it. Think about it. What would be funnier? An idea about you or an idea about Billy?
I can find
Yeah,
Dan being
true.
funnier.
That's true. My life isn't that interesting.
Here's mine.
But it's so ironic seeing as I'm the one who vlog.
But let's see here. SRC shit. Enough said.
He's got a
There we
point.
go. Fun fact about Dan today is...
By the way, this podcast will be 45 minutes long, so we still have another 5 minutes.
Nice. Alright, so let's continue on then.
It would be like, fun fact of the day. Dan wears his socks inside out when he sleeps.
Fun fact of
on his hands.
Fun fact of the day: did you know in 2009 Dan created the Tube Stocks cult? The more you know.
I had no idea. Well, actually, technically it was me and Billy who made it. It wasn't just me.
And I thought you said it was a guild, Dan.
Oh yeah,
Guild, that's right.
Guilds,
Oh, yeah,
cults,
yeah.
whatever.
I had a guild. We thought people were too soft everywhere.
Well, a cult sounds more satanic than a guild.
It does.
The Tube Stock cult.
A guild sounds more medieval. Although I don't know what medieval people would want with
Tube
tube
Stocks.
stocks.
Their stocks with pentagrams on them.
Satanic socks!
Okay, Billy, I have to bring this up with what you just said, Matt. Tom, Amanda still hasn't sent it to me, but my friend Amanda showed me and Tom this picture of Hank Hill as an emo.
Oh god, I forgot
Oh
about that.
god.
Yeah, we gotta send that to Mike at some point. Another thing we need to keep in mind, which I never thought of doing this, and I don't know if it's even possible, maybe do a podcast and, I don't know, somehow include Kevin in this.
Do you have a Skype?
Yeah, speaking of Kevin, being that three-fourths of the members of BT Deviants know him now, thoughts and opinions about him as a deviant.
I don't even know him, and I'm fine with it just from what the video I saw.
I'll be honest.
He's hilarious.
He would make a perfect addition to it because, well, let's put it this way. First, you have Dan want to see a ninja trick. You have and then and then you have me, who is usually the one who's like, don't sniff my ass, and then you have Kevin, who is like, okay, I will.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's one
And then
thing I
there's
want.
Tom, where he's like, fuck you, man, I don't want to suck your dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing about it, and this is
And then there's Artie. Fuck you, loser.
okay.
Fuck you.
But there's one thing you gotta keep in mind. Like I said, I don't mind. I actually love his crude humor in
Yeah.
some cases. But unfortunately, in BT Deviants, how often do we make sexual innuendos? I mean, seriously, especially you, Billy, which never shuts up, by the way. It kind of gets redundant. That's the thing I worry about if we went that route. Because if you look at 14 and 15, I'm not gonna lie. As much as there was crude humor going on, I kind of felt a little awkward, even just watching it, because I'm like, it was funny at the time, and it was funnier if it's, you have to have the right person to do it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You have too much of it, then it's just gonna be like, are these guys gay? Like, what is going on? You know, that's the thing. I don't want to have an entire episode just solely around that.
Yeah.
So just
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's times where he makes those references, but we just gotta be lenient on it. We can't be, like, have it every, like, 5
Yo,
seconds.
man, you can't do that.
yeah, well, it kind of it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it happened in the episodes, but definitely was reflective in behind the scenes with Dan's stuff. Definitely reflected.
You want to see a ninja trick?
I am adding that and that's gonna be that's actually gonna be part of season 3's intro. Just that one clip. So
Oh, that's interesting.
we have a minute and a half. Is there anything else you really want to say about season 2? Right now, like, is there anything you want to say about that, or is there anything you want to say about season 3?
The only thing I have to say is, despite that we are keeping the viewer's discretion, I think that just because, like, it's been seen in every single episode of season 2,
Mhm.
I think we should cut it in half and just, like, get rid of the first half of it and have it on a fade-in.
Or we can just dubstep it.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah.
Sick fucks using dubstep.
Or alright, fine, not dubstep. Let's remix it. I don't know. I'll resend the clip back to. I'll resend the soundtrack to. Actually, no. I'll send the soundtrack to Artie, which Artie will remix. How's that sound?
Okay.
You sick.
Well, no, I wouldn't use Dan's clip. Obviously, I would just want the music remix, not Dan's
Of course.
clip.
That would just be funny.
Tom, are you gonna be there tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Yeah.
Bring it with you.
Alright. 10 seconds remaining, by the way.
They're on.
Really? Dead silence? Really? Really?
I was waiting for the demon the whole freaking time.
Alright, guys. 89! Ow.
Suicide!